we have a well-traveled and slightly smooshed triangle box that we need to open today. This one came from Vaden, Mississippi, from my friend, and I think he's a long-lost twin brother. Well, no, long-lost brother. We share the same birthday. We also share the making of Native American style flutes. Boy, he taped the heck out of this thing. There we go. And he had stopped making flutes for a little while. Due to some health difficulties. Interesting wrapping. And so he took, I don't know, at least a year off from making flutes. And a lot of people were looking for the walking stick or hiking stick drone flutes that he made, and that Paul Harvey, the flute guy, has kind of made famous through his many videos. And Kenny King decided that he was going to start making those again. So he got out his stuff to be able to do that, but he didn't have out, his lathe is still kind of hidden away right now. It's not out and accessible. But I talked to him about my plans for doing some comparisons on F-sharp flutes. He says, well, I might be able to make something like that happen, and he thought about it and then told me about his lathe not being accessible. And I said, well, you know, you could make the outside just the same way you do on the hiking stick deals. It doesn't matter to me if it's perfectly round. He goes, hey, there's an idea. So he went ahead and did that. Ooh, nice. And I have sorry about the noise in the background. We've got street sweepers out there right now. Timing is everything, you know. I have two other single flutes from him, but neither one was an F-sharp. And I really was hoping to be able to get one to add to my collection, or to the comparison that's coming up. And he said, well, you know, I don't know what kind of wood that I have, you know, for something like that. I'll have to see what I have. And so he just completely surprised me. And he used some baked, thermally treated bird's eye maple for the flute body. Gosh, just some beautiful grain. And some flame maple for a fairly simple block on there. He has his kind of slightly ovalized mouthpiece that is typical of his flutes. Kenny, you did great for not having your lathe accessible. It looks great. Now, let's hear what it sounds like. Hopefully I've got the block positioned pretty well. Dry sound sample first. Wonderful job, Kenny. Wonderful job. It's a little squarer up here than the other flutes that I have from him, but that is, it's reminiscent of the way he makes his hiking stick flutes. He just kind of hand shapes the outside, and this is slightly rounded, a little bit more square around the nest area and everything. Raised nest type design. The flue is in the flute body. No chimney. Quite often his has a very, very slight low chimney on the blocks. This one doesn't have a chimney on it. That's fine. Fairly thick wall. Beautiful, beautiful work for just throwing together a flute for me. Wonderful, wonderful. I love it. Now, let's add a little bit of reverb to that mix. Reverb and delay. Wonderful. Beautiful, clean, clear tone. Maple, the bird's eye maple, flame maple, almost any kind of maple is a hardwood, so a little more crispness, I think, in the responsiveness in the way that these flutes play using a hardwood. Usually, not always, but usually, and this one is no exception. Beautiful, beautiful responsiveness on this flute. And again, Kenny, so glad you were able to do this for me. This will be great to add to that comparison. Thank you for watching. If you haven't yet, please subscribe, and there's a little bell right over there next to the subscription button. Ring that little bell or click that little bell so that you can be notified the next time that I post a video. Could be taking a first look at a flute, could be taking a more in-depth look later on a flute like this. Could be a music video where the Native American style flute takes center stage in my music. Could be solo, could be with another flute, it could be with many other different types of instruments, modern or more traditional. Could be a tutorial on how to play the Native American style flute. One of the easiest instruments in the world, melodical instruments in the world, to be able to learn how to play, at least in its basic form. There are other things that you can do with this, but the basic modern Native American style flute is designed to be a pentatonic minor flute in most cases, and so 5 notes, and the basic scale is this. The highest note and the lowest note are an octave apart. To start with, I always keep, or not I always, we recommend that that third hole down stays covered with one finger. And people ask, well, then why don't you just make a 5-hole flute? Because later on, that hole makes it easier to play certain things. Especially when you try to use a Native American style flute to play a lot of modern type songs, folk songs, Christmas type carols, things like that. That hole comes into play quite often, and it makes it easier to play those songs. So, please subscribe if you haven't. I thank you again for watching, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Take care.